It's kind of marvelous, though. I marvel at it. It's a wondrous thing how trends change. How it all evolves, really. Hell, I've seen trends change just in the course of my lifetime, as a matter of fact. I'm not exactly sure how they come into style, how they go out of style. I remember, like, in the 80s, though, they had something in the African-American community. They said light-skinned brothers were in style. Light-skinned brothers with what they call good hair. That was in style in the 80s. Kind of like bell-bottoms was in style in the 60s,
hold on to the railings
and the 70s, and then went out of style in the 80s. And then sometime in the 90s, light-skinned boys with good-looking, good hair rather, good hair, they went out of style. And it went back to the perennial, original OG, which was Wesley Snipes and Michael Jordan. It went back in style. That's if it ever went out of style, really. So I kind of marvel at it, you know. Used to be a time of how much education a man had didn't mean jack shit. It's a while ago. It was more based on how intelligent he was, I guess. That was a good while ago. I guess the Greeks brought education in.
Hold on to the railings when boarding, riding, or
Education is long. It's got a long history of education, you know. You know, Plato, Socrates, Homer, all those philosophers and shit. But it certainly didn't matter how much a man can buy in Publix or Kroger's, put on his table or put in the refrigerator. It mattered how much you can put food on the goddamn on the ground, I guess, on a campfire. But he didn't go to Publix and get a laptop and do a whole bunch of skippy shit on a laptop. He says, boom, I'm making passive income now. I can afford a Lamborghini, and there it is. It worked much differently. The trends, you know, kind of like the light-skinned brothers in the 80s, had a short stint in the 80s, and they went out in the 90s. The dark-skinned brothers went back, I guess, and as if they ever went out of style. That's the perennial. It's like all seasons. You know, it was the first cause, and it's the last cause. Here's a little joke for you. You wonder why women like bigger things, right? It all started out in Africa. And somehow down the line, it got diluted with humanity. As they went out of Africa, and migrated out of Africa and went all over the world and stuff. And something got lost in the man. It really did. They didn't just evolve. What did they do? They mutated off of diet and agriculture and the weather and all of the kind of matters and stuff. And then, like right now, you have a lot of people in America who aren't just totally 100% African. I mean, they're not African. They're mixed with all kinds of different stuff. That's a mutation in a lot of ways. So think about that when you're wondering what that's all about.